6 races in 9 days, and the guy who does the best over all those races is crowned the winner. Starts in Toblach, Italy at a little bit over 1,200 meters and finishes in Val di Fiemme, which will be the site of the Olympic Games in less than a month. This is the Tour de Ski. Good morning. Stage 2 of the Tour de Ski is this morning. Another balcony video because the lighting is good and it's nice out here. Randomly slept really badly last night. Don't actually have any inkling why. Maybe just really excited, a little bit nervous. But took me a really long time to fall asleep, but managed to sleep in, so hoping for the best energy-wise this morning. But another beautiful day. On the dock today, we have a 10K interval start classic, which I think is a really fun format, and we actually haven't gotten to do it since Ruka. So hoping for the best. The course is really good for me, I think, with a lot of striding sections and not any like crazy long steep hills. So hopefully the skis are good, body's good, and it'll be a lot of fun. So our hotel is about a 4 or 5 minute walk from the stadium, which is extremely convenient. Can basically see it from the hotel actually. Starting in like an hour and 30 minutes. So we're gonna go test some skis. Hopefully everything's feeling good. Got the uranium stunt devils today. Excited. Here is footage from me on the A climb on the course, aka the biggest climb. This is about at 3 kilometers, and you can see I'm moving really well. Actually very happy with my striding technique here. I think this is some of the best striding technique that has been put to camera of me. And directly after this uphill is a massive downhill where you reach speeds of up to 50 miles an hour, so that is a bit scary on cross-country skis, but I'm feeling pretty good and actually almost catching the guy in front of me. Here is me on the second lap, still moving really well. At this point, mind you, there is probably about only a couple kilometers left. Unfortunately, this was filmed about 45 seconds before disaster. Alright, I am not going to lie, that was definitely one of the most disappointed races I've done in a really long time. I was doing really well up until about 7 kilometers. Was getting splits that I was fighting for top 15. Was actually about to catch the guy in front of me, and if I had finished with him at that point, I would have ended up 12th. So, you know, was moving well, but on the biggest downhill on the entire course, I absolutely face planted. And when I got up from the crash, my entire body just felt so stiff. My muscles kind of seized up, and I felt super disoriented and dizzy, and honestly just was like in survival mode at that point. I was honestly pretty seriously thinking about DNFing at that point, even though there was really only a few kilometers left. Really glad that I didn't, because if I did that, I wouldn't have been able to continue with the tour, so that would have been really depressing. Been feeling kind of sorry for myself for the last few hours, but really excited that my shape feels good, because like I said, for the majority of the race, things were going really well. Luckily, we have a lot of stages left. Better to be in good shape and crash than to just feel awful. So silver linings, but definitely a really disappointing day. Yeah, need to learn to stay on my feet, I guess. That brings us to dinner, where I tried grilled swordfish for the very first time, tasted like chicken, and then watched Gus play Ziggy, who was a really nice worker at the hotel we stayed at. Gus was actually crushing him a lot, which was kind of interesting to see. And of course, had to have my protein before heading to bed. Hey, Kevin. All right, here we are on a beautiful lake in Toblach, just a few hundred meters away from the trail. And look at the scenery here. This is something straight out of one of those iFit virtual rides that you do at the gym. We got Gus laying in the snow, cameraman, JC. Woo! And this is rest day of the tour vibes. Just enjoying soaking up some sun and skiing on some beautiful trails.
All right, people, check out how pretty it is on this trail we're skiing. Snow on the trees, Dolomites in the background. Oh, my heavens.
All right, y'all, welcome to the morning of the Heat 5K mass start race. We got about 45 minutes till my start, so I'm just out warming up on this insanely beautiful trail that I showed you guys yesterday. Looks like the times are really tight. A lot of people finishing together, as you would expect for a 5K on a pretty flat course. So Excited. It's gonna be kind of a drag race. Hopefully no crashes. And let's go. All right, here is my heat. I was in heat 4, which was the very last heat. And due to my crash the day before, I started all the way back in bib number 80. So you see me in the corner there, pretty much at the back of this pack. So hoping to be able to help push the pace in this heat, but a little bit hard to do, at least at the beginning when you're starting all the way in the back. Basically, the idea with this race is to try to have the fastest heat and beat the other heats. So you see Eric Valnes from Norway taking it out really hot there, doing his job as the top seeded guy in our heat. At this point, I'm just stuck in the back and trying to help move up to the front so that I can push the pace a little bit myself, but not super easy to do on a super high speed turny beginning like this. That brings us to really the only climb on the course. You see Edvin Unger is actually starting to drop anchor there, which was a little bit disheartening because he was bib number 4 and was to some extent supposed to help make this heat fast. But there's me on the left, number 80. Actually have made my way to the front here and end up leading up this hill, charging the pace and trying to make things really fast. Still leading on this downhill. From here, there's basically only about 1.5 kilometers to go, and it's pretty much all downhill and flat. So I'm really hoping that somebody passes me here and starts to help push the pace, because I'm obviously feeling that uphill a little bit. But you know, not to sound like a complainer here, the lovely men in my heat allowed me to take the lead for the next little bit, and then I entered the final 200 meters full of lactate in the old legs and ended up getting 5th in my heat. Despite all that hard work, only ended up about 42nd on the day. All right, happy morning of the 20K Classic Pursuit. Yesterday was the 5K mass start, which was obviously a bit disappointing. I felt really strong, felt really fit, did quite a bit of leading in our heat, and we just ended up having a slow heat. I mean, the winner of our heat was like 20th, and most of us were like in the 40s. So that's tough, but today is a new day. We have a 20K Classic Pursuit. I'm starting pretty far back, but a lot of opportunities to pass. And another beautiful day, a little bit colder, so I think the kick will be really good, hopefully. Stomach feels rotten this morning, but that's pretty normal with a lot of races. And oh yeah, Happy New Year.
The key to having a good tour, post-race fueling.
Oh! Here with Ben Ogden, we skied almost the whole race together, but we had a crazy sick final sprint finish for 40th place. We got 2 more stages to get to the top of that podium, baby.
Only 3 minutes down, baby.
Yes, sir.
That's chump change in the hill climb.
In all seriousness, it was actually a pretty good pursuit for me, and I passed 28 people to go from place 70 to place 42, so pretty good. Boys took a quick pee break at Passo di Lavase, which is a really famous altitude skiing destination in Italy, on the way from Toblach to Val di Fiemme, actually. So pretty. Nestled in the Dolomites.
Right into the road.
Welcome to Val di Fiemme, rooming with Kevin again.
Ciao.
And check out the view, baby. That is pretty good. I don't know what mountain range that is, but it's really pretty. A little closer to Kevin than I'd prefer on the sleeping arrangement, but you can't win them all. Day bed, let's go. Tiny little balcony, bathroom. And we are excited for 2 more races, rest day tomorrow, then a classic sprint and the final climb. And then the tour's over, just like that. Cozy!
Cozy alert.
Woo!
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. Have you ever seen that video? That's delicious.
You're furiously scooping beans.
Why are you vertical?
Because I have the iPhone 17 Pro, so it can record horizontally while the phone is in a vertical orientation.
Damn, what the f?
That's nice, eh?
That's crazy.
All right, we are here at the Olympic venue. Not for the Olympics yet, of course, but we are able to ski on the courses and preview it, which is really cool. Here's the stadium. Stands, Start. Gus. And here's all these new buildings that they built just for the games. I think they built them last year at least.
Maybe last year.
And a really pretty mountain. So sun is shining as usual in the Italian mountain region. And good little 1 hour ski for this recovery day. Team haircut. What's the word for cosmetologist? What do you call a haircutter?
Barber. Barber.
Whatever. Team barber Gus Schumacher giving me a haircut.
Yeah.
Hopefully not effing my S up. I guess it's pretty much done, huh?
Travel with the gun. It's just about good. Perfect time. Oh, you're gonna make the vlog, Jesse.
Qualified number 11. Quarterfinal 3 in about an hour. First heats of the year. Let's go. All right, here I am at the start of my quarterfinal. Actually had my best qualifier ever in 11th and also time backwise, so that was fun. Out of the start, Oliver Mielbach broke a pole. You see him off the back there. That kind of helped my chances a little bit because he's quite a good classic sprinter. Plan here was to just lay behind and relax because this was a very long course. Took us about 3.5 minutes, so leading in the start, not super necessary, especially with a big hill at the end. Here we're coming around the middle corner and I'm still just kind of hanging out behind Niilo Moilanen from Finland. Feeling really good and not using a lot of energy. The beginning part of this course has a lot of turning as you see here, and this is the base of the big hill. It's probably about a 1 minute long hill, and you see me on the left there giving it my all, feeling pretty good and really trying to put down a good move up this hill, but I did not really get enough away from the group here to be leading down this hill as you see I'm doing here, so this was a bit of a tactical blunder, and you see that even though I'm at the lead here, I get passed by not one, not two, not three, but actually 4 guys into the finishing stretch, so definitely a little bit back to the drawing board on tactics there. I think obviously just not leading is the answer, but I end up 5th, and Niilo got disqualified, so I ended up 4th actually. All right, back at the hotel now, and I just wanted to show you one of the most annoying things about being a World Cup cross-country skier. Check this out. So they got these stickers when you make the heats, but every time you take them off, watch what happens. Straight glue all over the suit that will never come off. So that is pretty sweet. Sitting next to Raymond, dinner with Ray, Scott, and Chick 1.
That was your recovery.
The boys are getting protein before the climb. Keto. Good morning, everybody. I have finally made it to the last stage of the Tour de Ski. Another beautiful morning, although it has actually been really smoggy around our hotel. The AQI has been pretty bad, and you can almost see that when you look out the window. It's a bit, well, looks pretty nice out the window, but trust me, when you open the windows here, it smells like smoke, so that is not ideal. We have the infamous hill climb this morning, which is a 10-kilometer mass start skate race that finishes with about a 3-kilometer climb straight up a alpine ski run. So that one is pretty legendary and pretty brutal. Haven't done it since 2022, so I'm excited to see how I have improved on that course, or perhaps not improved. We shall see. But I'm all packed up, room is ready to go, and we are gonna head out to the venue here in a little bit. Yeah, just one stage remaining between me and finishing the Tour de Ski this year, so that is pretty cool.
Zach forgot his phone. He's gonna be back. He's gonna be back in 15 seconds.
3, 2.
No!
Thank you so much. Really nice to have you. That's a
Finished the hill climb and got rewarded with a lunch fit for a king. We got cold cut platter. And we're enjoying it.
These guys will be feasting. Hi! Look at this.
Fly the drone.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Perfect. How does one eat this?
All right, chin diaper, because we are at Munich Airport. Good to finish the Tour de Ski. Obviously did not end up how I dreamed with that crash in the second stage, making me lose basically 2 minutes in the overall, which is basically the difference between 15th place and 35th place. So that was, you know, kind of crushing for the overall hopes, but I'm really happy to make it back into the heats for the classic sprint and to have a really encouraging experience there with the Olympics being on that exact same course. And up next, I'm flying back to Norway. That's why I'm in the airport now. And I'm going to put in a little bit of a training block before heading over to the Gomes World Cup in almost 3 weeks. So really excited to try to get in some training because I was sick over Christmas, so didn't get to train nearly as much as I wanted. We're gonna build up stronger and be back at it soon. Thank you for watching, like, subscribe, and see you next time.